Hello my YouTube family, welcome back to Angie on the Move. My name is Angelita, and if this is your first time discovering my channel, I'm happy to have you. Please show some love by liking, sharing and subscribing, and don't forget to leave me a line in the comment section. Okay, so today I want to discuss this topic, hypertension or high blood pressure. Yes, and what are some of the things you can do to manage or control your blood pressure. Alright, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. Now you know what they say about hypertension or high blood pressure. It is the silent killer. And why do they call it the silent killer? Because it shows no symptoms. So you could be walking around with high blood pressure and not even know this. Just going about your daily lives. You're going to work, you're going to church, you're traveling, you're going to the gym, just living your regular life, not realizing that you have high blood pressure, right? Because there are no symptoms to show. So high blood pressure must never ever be taken lightly. Okay? I'm just letting you know today that going forward, to all my viewers and subscribers, that it is something that you need to pay keen attention to for 2025 and beyond. If you haven't already done your blood pressure checks, maybe today is the day you need to go and get yourself checked. Okay? Because you never know. You just never know. Alright? Now I'm going to give you a synopsis of blood pressure reading and what they represent. So the top number, which is called the systolic pressure, and the bottom number is called the diastolic pressure. And the regular reading is 120 or below, which is the top number, and the bottom number 80 or below, which is the diastolic number. So say for example, you have your blood pressure checked, right? And the top number is 110 over 70 or even 75. You fall in a good range, meaning your blood pressure is normal, okay? And the BPM is beats per minute. That's how fast your heart is beating per minute. That is what it represents. And you should fall in the range, or you want to fall in the range, between 60 and 100 beats per minute. And this is for adults 18 and over, right? That's the range you want to fall within. Okay? If your blood pressure reading for the top number, which is the systolic number, is 120 or over, meaning 120 to 129. It goes up to 129. And the bottom number, which is the diastolic number, is 80. It means that your blood pressure is elevated and you're at a higher risk of developing hypertension. So you have to watch that reading, okay? Because that is putting you on your guard. Now, if your blood pressure reading, top number, which is the systolic number, is 130 and it goes up to 139, and the bottom number, which is the diastolic, is 80 and it goes up to 89, then you are at stage 1 hypertension. But your doctor will confirm this. So you have to be mindful of these numbers. Alright? If your blood pressure reading is 140 and higher at systolic level, right, which is the top number, and the bottom number, which is the diastolic reading, is 90 and higher, then you can consider yourself being at stage 2 hypertension. You don't want to get to stage 2, because when you get to stage 2, it means that things are going to be getting more critical for you. So try and maintain your blood pressure and keep it under control as much as you can. Alright? Now if your blood pressure, which is the top number, systolic pressure, is 180 and higher, and the bottom number, which is the diastolic, is 120 and higher, you can be in serious problems, because this is when you can now consider yourself at a hypertensive crisis. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. Okay? Now, a hypertensive crisis would mean that the organs in your body can get damaged because of where your pressure is at, and can cause life-threatening complications. In the case of a hypertensive crisis, if you're experiencing chest pains, headache or dizziness, breathing problems, then you need to check in at the hospital immediately. Right, immediately. Because when you're at this level, it would mean that you could be at a risk of having a stroke, heart failure, heart attack, dementia, kidney problems, kidney failure, and other complications, even vision problems. So it is not something to take lightly. When you're having a hypertensive crisis, top number at 180 and over, and bottom number 120 and over, please check in at the hospital. You could save your life or save yourself other complications. Don't take it for granted. Alright, so I'm going to share with you a list of 8 things that you can do to keep your blood pressure under control and maintained. Alright, so number 1 is exercise. Right? Now, if you're living a sedentary lifestyle and you already have a high blood pressure, please consult with your doctor before you get into an exercise routine. Alright? Just to ensure that you don't overdo anything to hurt yourself. Now, you can start by doing some brisk walking, maybe 15 minutes a day. You can do a little cycling as well. You can invest in a stationary bike if you wish, because if you are not privy to go outside, or you're not that type of person who love to go outside, maybe you come home late from work, or you just want to exercise, the bicycle, the stationary bike would be a good idea as well. And you can do maybe 10 minutes on it. Start out slow. Alright? And you can also do a little swimming if you may. Alright? If it's convenient to you. That's number 1. Number 2 is sodium. You have to try and cut down on your sodium. Sometimes the tin foods that we eat, it have a lot of sodium in it. And then we're eating the table salt. Right? I know some of us love our pigtail. Right? Because as Jamaicans, we love our pigtail and we love our salt mackerel and our salt beef. Yes. Salt pork. Too much sodium is not good for you. So just limit all of those stuff that I've just listed. Alright? Limit them and you will gradually eliminate this so much sodium out of your diet. Alright? Number 3, you want to ensure that you maintain your weight. So if you're overweight, you need to work on that. Because when you're overweight, it puts more pressure on your heart, which can in turn increase your blood pressure. Because as I say, there's a link between your heart health and your blood pressure. So you want to maintain your weight. Alright? Number 4, you want to manage your stress levels. So number 4 would be stress. Try to manage your stress levels by doing yoga. You can do meditation. If you're having issues in your life, at work, and just issues, challenges, stress related, try and find someone who you can confide in and speak to them about the issue. Some of us, we have good friends neighbors, family members, or church community. So find a way to lessen your stress, because that can elevate your blood pressure when you're extremely stressed. So you want to keep that also minimal, your stress levels. And number 5 is alcohol. If you drink alcohol, and it's not like a glass or so every now and then, that's not too bad. But if you drink excessively, then you need to cut down on your alcohol intake, because that also contributes to your blood pressure being high. So if you can limit that, keep it under control, your alcohol intake, then you're on the right track. And number 6 is smoking. So if you smoke, you need to cut down on your smoking, or just try and quit. Find a way to try and quit, because smoking is not good for you overall. Alright? And number 7, caffeine. If you can cut down on your caffeine consumption, that will also help you, right? To keep your blood pressure at a level. Okay? And number 8 is drink plenty of water. Keep hydrated. Alright? Keep hydrated. Very, very important. If you find this video to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to share, and if you haven't already subscribed, now would be a good time to hit that subscription button. And remember to turn on your notification bell, so as soon as another video is released, you'll be notified just like that. Okay? So it is your responsibility to have your blood pressure checked regularly. Do your regular checkups at the doctor, especially when you're in doubt. Don't wait until things are really bad. Take it up on yourself and have your checks done. That's the only way you're going to find out what's the reading of your blood pressure, or if you're hypertensive. That way you can control certain things, because you would be made aware as to what your blood pressure reading is like. Now, if a person's in their 20s and in their 30s, you are not exempted either. It's not like times gone by when it's older persons who used to be diagnosed with hypertension. Hypertension is here for anyone who is not taking care of themselves, and persons who, depending on your lifestyle, a lot of alcohol consumption, a lot of sodium, and so on. You need to pay attention, especially young people, because look here, you have your whole life ahead of you. You don't live much life yet, so you need to guard it well and take care of yourselves. Okay? And for persons who are 40 and over, please, please, please pay attention to your diet. You cannot be 40 years of age and eating and drinking and living the lifestyle that you did when you were 20. You cannot be at 50 and living as if you were 25 or 30. Every year you go up one step higher on your age. You need to make adjustments to your lifestyle, especially your eating habits, what you consume. We have to try, all of us have to try and manage our stress levels, because none of us want to get sick. None of us want to feel sick. Sickness is not something that anyone is proud of. It is something that will hamper you and set you back. Alright? So I'm just appealing to all my viewers and subscribers today, even myself. Let us train ourselves to be on the path of taking care of ourselves for optimum health. Alright? Because your health is your greatest wealth, and you want to preserve it for as long as you can. Now I have a suggestion. You can also invest in a blood pressure machine if you don't have one at home. And even though you're going to be doing your checks with your doctor, it is still good to do your personal checks. Alright? Nothing is wrong. Now, if you plan to invest in a blood pressure machine, some of the things you can do when you're checking your blood pressure is to check your pressure when you're in a relaxed mood. Okay? I usually take mine in the mornings. So if you were cleaning the house or doing any form of exercise or anything strenuous, that's not a good time to take your blood pressure. Alright? Because you're not going to get the reading that you are expecting to get. You want to make sure that your heart is in a relaxed mood. So in taking your pressure, you should not be talking while you're taking your pressure. Your feet, both feet, should be flat on the floor. You can take your pressure using your left arm because it's closer to the heart, but nothing is wrong if you want to use your right arm. Okay? And if you check your blood pressure and you realize that the reading looks a bit scary, not what you were expecting, then wait a few minutes and check it again. And if it is still giving you the same reading and you're in doubt, then you need to do a follow-up at your doctor. Okay? Just to be on the safe side. Alright? So if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscription button and give the video a thumbs up. Until next time, one love. Remember to take care of yourselves.